24, 25, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, ready, fight.
Cool. Hi, Megan. You're on Trey Sweeney TV.
How's it going, guys? This is Sweeney, call sign Helljumper, and I'm going to be doing some commentary over the Black Market CQB game that we went to. Black Market CQB was it was down in a basement. I know Bigfoot and Doc went over this in another commentary video that they did, but I'm just revamping their commentary. This was a great, I put emphasis on great, Airsoft arena. The tight quarters, and also, even though it was close quarter combat, it was also enough of a distance where you still had that, you know, milsim and outdoorsy feel where you were able to engage, you know, each other in a long range, you know, battle. The game mode we're playing right now is actually it's sort of it's a doctor game. You know, each team has each has a doctor, and before we even got to the game, the admins literally had us stuffed. Like, both my cargo pockets and my pockets are stuffed with these sweatbands. We had blue, and then the other team had yellow, I believe, or it was the other way around. I can't remember actually. But we each had these sweatbands, so whenever someone was hit, like you just saw Doc, he was down. So I went to revive him by, you go up to the player and you pretty much slip it onto him as fast as you can, anywhere, foot, leg, you know, hand, whatever, as long as it's on their body, you know, they're back in the game, ready to fight. So my strategy in this game was pretty much, I hid. You know, I was trying out Josh's shotgun, or he gave it to Jordan at the end of the day, but it was Josh's shotgun to begin with. But I was trying it out, you know, just blam. I was just playing around with it, you know. I'm supposed to be a doctor, so, you know, I gotta be lightweight and be able to run around and stuff like that. And if I was using my ACR or one of my M4s, you know, it would have been a lot more to, you know, maintain than when if I'm running around with a shotgun. It's lightweight, you know, it is a pump shotgun, so I do have to use 2 hands, but I'm running around one gun in it with, you know, one hand, being all Terminator with it. It was a lot of fun. So my tactic was to, you know, stay back and wait till I hear someone say hit and, you know, yell for doctor, and I'd go and find them and I'd revive them and get them back and fight. The other team's doctor, I don't remember who it was, but I'm pretty sure that he was killed. He was killed almost instantly, if I recall. I remember someone saying that they got the doctor, and, you know, Artemis, Arsenal, you know, the full team is pretty much here. And it was a lot of fun, minus Doze, one of our newest players, and Cody, one of our prospects. He wasn't here, but, you know, Amy's wife, which we're still trying to get a call sign for her, but she's actually, I think it's Ninja or Green Ninja. I can't remember. I think I might have came up with that. I don't remember, but, you know, she was here as well. This was one of her first actual games with us. So this was part of her prospecting period with us, but it was one of her first games, and she really enjoyed it. And I'm glad that, you know, we get, you know, more people into the sport. You know, Joe has been, you know, very passionate about Airsoft and about this team, and it's nice to finally see that his wife is able to, you know, not only participate in what he enjoys, but also, you know, pretty much, you know, battle buddy with him throughout the game. You know, it's great to see when, you know, a husband and wife can play together. I wish I could get my girlfriend too, but, you know, I highly doubt that I'll ever get her to play. She shot me. That's the most she's ever used an airsoft gun. And but back on topic here. So we're playing this doctor game, and you know, you just saw, I think that was Isaac or Zach just ran by. But the main objective of the game was to kill the enemy doctor and then eliminate all players. Because once the doctor is out, players cannot revive. Once they're hit, they have to stay down exactly where they're at, where they were hit, and they can't move because until they've been revived by a doctor. So once you kill the doctor, it's kind of you know, a moot point. Once the doctor's dead, they can't really get revived. So that's why my tactic was to stay back here and kind of look out for, you know, someone getting hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you're new to, you know, watching Apollo, or if you've been around Apollo since X-Warrior days. We've had a little bit of a rebrand where, you know, we've changed the structure of how we do things, and you know, we got new shirts, new patches, all that. But Apollo is still the same in our, you know, our core values. We're about family first, and you know, we may not be a family-oriented airsoft team, but we're definitely a you know, we're all for each other. And as you can see here, I'm fixing the Milkman's lower mask. He actually borrowed my Ghost Recon Alpha lower. It's actually like a hard plastic mask. It's not a lower mesh like most people are used to, and it's actually really good. It you know, it keeps your face protected. I actually had an incident with a lower mesh where I got shot in one of the games at this field, and I actually it was a pretty hard hit, and it, you know, drew some blood from my cheek, and it was. But I let him borrow that just because he wanted to try it out and see how it works. But if you're looking for a newer type of lower mesh, I suggest you look up the lower mask alpha, or Ghost Alpha lower mask. It's on evike.com. It's a very good mask. It's only like $24-$25. You know, you're not spending a lot. You know, it's still $25, but I mean, when it comes to protection, it's worth it to have, you know, something that'll keep your face from getting harmed. And it actually does not fog up your goggles that bad at all. I mean, I wear my military issue goggles that I'm most of the time, or sometimes I'll wear my ballistic eye pro. And also, it was Ben. Ben was the medic for the other team. That's Zach. He's one of our newest players, call sign Merlin. He was prospecting at the time. There's two guys down right here, and it's very hard to get to them because we have guys pretty much directly at my 1 o'clock, and they're pretty much keeping them pinned down. So I don't want to go out there and, you know, try and get them, because if I go and try to get them, you know, I could get hit myself, and then there's no way that the team could get revived. So I decided to stick back, and I was going to wait for the rest of Apollo to get over here. I think I'm going to call him over in a minute, you know, to pretty much provide me with some covering fire so I can get the rest of our guys up. You know, the more guns you have, the more chance we have of, you know, taking out the rest of the team. You have power in numbers. The more guns you have on people, the, you know, less chance they're going to have to kill them all. You know, they may get one, but, you know, there's going to be another 3 behind them that's going to take them out. Zach just got hit right there. So I'm calling for the rest. So I'm calling for my team right here. I think I'm calling for Arik because he's got the 249 with him, so it's a squad support weapon. You know, shoots a lot of rounds really fast. So I'm gonna have him come over and give me some covering fire while I get these two guys, and I grab Artemis as well and have her provide me some extra support.
Can we drag?
Now this game mode, I think it's very it's a very long game if you have a lot of players, and you might have to do 2 doctors if you have more players. But at the same time, when people are trying to, you know, come up with different game modes, I highly suggest this one. This one was really fun. You know, a lot of the team enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, you know, not only just because I was a doctor, so, you know, I may have been hiding the whole time, but it's still a really fun game mode for your team. You know, you get to practice, you know, having to cover people. I got someone right there with a shotgun. That was a pretty nice shot, if I do say so myself. A one-hander. I got 2 people right there. I think that was Little and Isaac. I don't know for sure, but I know I got 2 people right there. That shotgun, it's a cheap weapon. It's only like 60, 50 bucks. I don't know exactly how much it is, but I mean, all you really need besides the shotgun is, to buy some extra shells. And then if you want, little attachments like a shell holder or, a fancy sling for it, anything like that, I mean, it's not too expensive, and for what it is, it's actually a really, good quality shotgun. A lot of people want, I know I would want the APS M870 shotgun. It's a green gas shotgun. It actually operates like a 870 shotgun. It shoots all the BBs out of the shell at one time with the gas, and the shells are each charged with gas individually. And it's it's a really good shotgun, but it's just, I don't know if I want to drop like $300, $400, possibly $500 for a airsoft gun that I can't use as much as I can use my ACR or a gas blowback M4 or anything like that, because a shotgun is a CQB weapon. You can't shoot people across the field with a gas blowback shotgun. It's just a little hard, so I don't know if I want to drop it. But I mean, if you're CQB at heart, I'd say go for it. I mean, I've seen the reviews, I've seen the videos on it. It is a really cool shotgun to have. It operates as an actual shotgun. It's almost like the grenade launcher. How the grenade launcher shoots a spray of BBs out. Well, the shotgun does the same thing. It shoots a spray of BBs out of the shell, and it's a good quality gun. I'm just not the type of airsofter to spend that much money. If I'm gonna spend something, I need to get very good use out of it.
Yeah, go.
And that's just my point of view on that. I don't want to spend a lot of money on something I'm not going to be able to use all the time, like my ACR or my my Bolt M4, my pistol, my grenade. All those things I use a lot. And the person you see right there, that is actually Belle. It's a friend of the twins, Jaeger and Viper, and she came along because she was looking to get into airsoft, but under some unfortunate circumstances, she was not able to continue playing airsoft. She had some stuff that kept her from committing to the game and the team, which there's no big deal with that. I mean, when you have other obligations, we don't bash on you for it or anything like that. It's all your personal choice. A lot of us, we take off work. We put a lot of time into training as a team. I'm actually I put together little training days for my team so that we can not only build unit cohesion, but we can also drill some stuff that some people might not know. I'm military based, ARC's military based. Doc has siblings that are in the service. My sister's, she's been around me my whole life, so she's stuck with me. So she's learned a couple things from me. And then, training isn't something that you have to do to play airsoft. It's just something that I decided I wanted to incorporate into Apollo because, the more you know on just the basics, like weapon discipline, not having your finger on the trigger, knowing what you're shooting at, not wasting ammo, that type of, all those things that come with weapon discipline, it's important to have. Because you don't want to just, go into airsoft, and just shoot, I mean, you definitely can. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that, just started playing airsoft because they wanted to try it out. And, some of them liked it, some of them didn't. And those that continued, their skill wasn't trained. They learned on their own. They learned, different ways to play. They learned, different styles to play. They learned different things just playing the game. Well, I wanted to help my team out and give them some of my knowledge that I was trained and, kind of pass it on. Passing on knowledge, especially in this sport, is always something nice. A good friend of mine, and he's also the I don't want to say commander, but he's a part of Fire Team 6. His name's Rob, aka Gunfather. He is a extremely good airsoft player. I'm not gonna put out his personal information and what he does, but he is an extremely good airsoft player. You know, a lot of people know him in the airsoft community around Nebraska, and he is just, his tactics and everything that he does when he puts into airsoft it's you can tell that it's not only, you know, drilled into his head, but it just looks like a well-oiled machine. You know, he does things that some players wouldn't ever think of doing. Not saying that other players aren't as good as Rob. Rob is, you know, he's just a guy like everybody else. You know, I'm just a guy. Just because I have training doesn't mean I'm better than everybody else. He has training just like everyone else. And he is a player, and he's a very honorable player. I would say that for foremost. Is he takes respect and honor above a lot of things. You know, a lot of people like to trash talk other airsoft players because, you know, they're super aggressive, but that is not something to, you know, to bash on. His aggressiveness is from things that he's learned over his years at his job and playing airsoft. He's been around airsoft longer than I've, you know, been around, and he's been around airsoft a lot longer than most players have. He's been around since, you know, the old games in Nebraska, and he's a very good player. And shout out to Rob. You know, he's taught me some stuff that I never thought of. You know, kind of helped me advance some of my skills. And shout out to Rob, guys. He's a good guy. So at the closing of this video, as you can see, you know, we're kind of closing in on the enemy, and I just revived Doc, and that situation that you just saw was someone poked their gun out. Now, I would have taken the safety if she hadn't told me that her gun battery was dead.
We have a guy that's down.
Some of you might, you know, bash on me and say, oh, you should have taken the safety or anything like that. But in my opinion, when someone pretty much tells you they have no way of killing me, because in this, the admins told us that safeties are, you know, they're not required. So you can deny a safety, and you know, if you choose to get hurt, you know, it's kind of on your own. But you can choose to shoot them, or they can choose to shoot you. They don't have to give you the safety. But she stuck her gun out, and I was about to say, all right, you know, you got me, and just, or I wouldn't say anything because I'd be dead. But you know, then she told me, you know, my gun's dead. And I'm like, oh, you know, you shouldn't have told me that. And that was actually Amy, and her gun died sadly, and it wasn't even her gun. I'm pretty sure it was one of the twins. She grabbed one of their guns. Here's Isaac and Bigfoot. Blam! I hit him in the head and joke around with him. Teabag, sorry. It's like I said, I'm not one of the most family oriented, but you know, I'm a good guy. But like I was saying, her gun died on her, and you know, she told me that, and I kind of was like, all right, well, you know, she has no chance of killing me. She didn't have a sidearm or anything like that, and you know, I just continue to play, because if you tell me you have like no way of killing me, you know, your gun is dead, then you know, honestly, I could have shot her if I wanted to, but I wouldn't do that. I mean, someone that close, especially with a shotgun hurt this, even though it's a spring, it still will hurt. I hate, you know, shooting people within, you know, 5 or 10 feet, just because I've been shot multiple times with a, you know, gun that was on full auto and could have safetied me. You know, they were within 10 feet, but you know, they chose to just shoot me. So, but all in all, you know, you gotta take him as you see him. You know, I could have taken the safety, but I chose to keep playing because her gun was dead.
Who was the last one? You?
And this is the end of the video, guys. And I hope you guys liked it. Leave comments and, you know, give that thumbs up for us. You know, Paul is always looking for critique. And go ahead and subscribe if you guys want to see some more footage. We got a lot more coming. I know there's still footage from some next games coming up, as in Rise of the Legion, and there'll probably be some footage from coming up Fort Dodge game, and possibly more Airsoft games. Alright guys, it's good talking to you, and I will see you on the field.